Interesting. Over 60 Chinese invested enterprises operating in South Africa are currently participating here in Midrand, Johannesburg for another round of the China-South Africa Job Fair. Present here today are nearly 1,000 plus young people who will be signing employment contracts with Chinese-owned companies based and operating here in South Africa. In 2022, Chinese companies pledged to create 12,000 plus jobs for South African youth, and every year at a job fair just like this, 1,000 to 1,500 youth are offered employment contracts and an opportunity to become economically active. In fact, a lot of these students actually come from local colleges and TVETs, which in my book is an even bigger plus. But let me go a little bit deeper into why China and South Africa are so important to each other and also why this gathering exists. For instance, this job fair is a platform created to offer opportunities to job-seeking South Africans by enabling face-to-face, zero-distance environment between Chinese invested enterprises in South Africa and local career seekers and even investors. These 60-plus enterprises aren't just here for show. They're doing on-site recruitment for job vacancies, and that covers areas like finance, energy, transportation, ICT, mining, manufacturing, and other fields. In fact, according to statistics from a South African think tank, FDI Market, in the past 10 years, China's cumulative direct investment into South Africa has exceeded $13 billion, about 246 billion rand. This investment has catalyzed an average of 260 local jobs per project. By this very metric, this puts China first when ranking major investors into South Africa. But let's go even further. At present, more than 200 Chinese invested companies in South Africa have created more than 400,000 local jobs. Some of these Chinese companies even employ more than 10,000 local people in one go. And they also pay an annual tax of $40 million, about 759 million rand. And that's just some of them. China's economic involvement and investment into South Africa has been for many reasons very notable, and the numbers back this up. China has been South Africa's largest trading partner for 15 consecutive years. For instance, in May 2023, total exports to China were 11.9% of all exports that left South Africa. And of all our imports, 23.9% came from China in just that 1 month. The South Africa-China relationship has for many decades been crafted and nurtured to offer leverage to the advantages that both sides have. This is done in order to create a win-win situation that will benefit our two countries and its people. And the numbers prove just that. China is one of the largest sources of foreign investment into South Africa. Over the years, economic relations have grown, making China South Africa's largest global trading partner. Trade grew exponentially from less than 1 billion rand in 1994 to 544 billion rand in 2021. But what about the future? Well, China is looking to grow its relationship with South Africa using 3 pillars. 1. China is looking to provide a larger market for South Africa's high-quality exports. In the past 3 years, China has imported nearly $100 billion in goods from South Africa. That's 1.9 trillion rand worth of trade. Think about that. 2. China is pushing to provide a stronger support base for South Africa's industrialization by promoting an in-depth industrial connection. Supply chains between our two countries can be more closely developed in this way. This can create a bedrock to help South Africa develop its manufacturing industry and to also promote our industrialization. The third thing, China is aiming to action economic agreements by implementing better support for South Africa's innovative development. Well, by deepening and expanding cooperations in new industries and sectors, such as new energy, 5G, the digital economy, and on top of this, high-tech Chinese companies are willing to open up their doors even wider to South African businesses and companies to form connections and also increase revenues going both ways. Now, in order for this to materialize, the plan is to start from the ground up through TVET-like skills training and also to accelerate vocational training center projects and school training projects. These small wins will eventually strengthen people-to-people engagements and offer opportunities whether you're a business or a person. The truth is that policies are great, but businesses and people working together to ensure growth and progress is even better. That's why this China-South Africa job fair exists. South Africa is very much still a big investment recipient, and we are one of the largest investment destinations for Chinese companies into Africa. This job fair isn't just for talking. There are a lot of doing here, and less talking in fact. And my hope is that for many years to come, initiatives like this will stimulate the injection of more money into our country and economy, and more people will become employed. That's my wish. Because for many years now, China and South Africa have been working together, trading together. And I hope that this may continue and may the sun never set on this relationship. Shishi.